Since the question was probably very forgettable, I've already forgotten it," the stranger said in a soft voice. "Is it worth repeating?" "Huh?" Jack said. "See, you've already forgotten it, so how important can it be?" The stranger returned to his pine coffee. The gambler smiled. He thought he knew the stranger's name, and if he was correct, this loudmouth was standing very close to death. "I don't think I like you very much," Jack said. "You're at the end of a very long list," the stranger replied. He tapped the coffee pot and looked at the barkeep. "It's empty. Would you bring another pot, please?" "My, don't he talk polite, though?" Jack sneered the words. "Like a sissy." "Jack," one of the card players said, "why don't you shut your damn mouth and leave the man alone? He ain't bothered no one." "You want to make me?" Jack challenged the man. "Come on, make me shut up." "Oh, go to hell, Jack," another card player said. Another pot of coffee was placed on the stranger's table, and the barkeep backed quickly away. The stranger poured and sugared and stirred, and then carefully rolled a cigarette, lighting up. "My name's Jack Lynch," the young man called to the stranger. "Everybody should know their name." The card players laughed at that. The gambler smiled and riffled the cards. "What do you mean by that?" Jack asked. "Boy," the stranger said, "do you push all strangers like the way you're prodding me?" "Just the ones who think they're tough. I usually prove they ain't." "And how do you do that, Jack?" "By stretching them out on the floor." "Did you ever stop to think that one of these days it might well be you that stretched out on the floor?" "That don't ever enter my mind," Jack said. "It should." "You think you're the man who can do that?" "Yes," the stranger said softly. Jack flushed deeply, the color rising to his cheeks. The only reason he hadn't called them old coots at the card table out after they laughed at him was that none of them was wearing a gun. "Stand up," Jack shouted. The stranger pushed back his chair and stood up. "Big," the card player said. Jack Lynch stood with his legs spread, his hand by his gun. The front door opened and a blast of cold air swept the saloon. The town marshal stepped in and sized up the situation in about 2 seconds. "Back off, Jack," he barked the words. "And I mean right now, boy." "Marshal, shut up, Jack," the marshal hollered. "Put that hammer thong back in place and do it slow." "Ah, that's better. Now settle down." He looked at the stranger. "Been a long time." 5 years ago. You horsed through a shoe and you stopped in town. You're looking well. Feel fine. I recommend the apple pie," the stranger said. "It was delicious." He picked up his hat and settled it on his head. "I'll sure have me a wedge and some coffee, Ralph," he said to the barkeep. "Coming right up, Marshal." "See you around," the stranger said. "See you." The front door opened and closed, and the stranger was gone, walking across the still frozen street to the hotel. "Sorry, Marshal," Jack said. "I didn't know he was a friend of yours." The marshal sipped his coffee. "Jack, do you have any idea at all who that was?" "Some yeller-bellied tin horn," Jack replied. The gambler smiled. The marshal's eyes were bleak as he turned his head to look at the young man. "Jack, you've done some dumb things in the years that I've known you, but today took the cake." That was Smoke Jensen. Jack swayed for a moment, grabbing at the bar for support. The gambler kicked a chair across the floor, and the marshal placed it upright for Jack to sit in. Jack Lynch's eyes were dull, and his face was pale. A bit of spittle